A season to remember for the Seattle Kraken, who finished in the top wildcard spot with 100 points. It was a drastic improvement from their first season, which was also their first season as a franchise, to this past season. And then they shocked the hockey world by taking down the Colorado Avalanche in 7 games. They went on to lose another 7-game series in the second round to the Dallas Stars. But overall, I mean, this was viewed as such a success story, right? You bring in a brand new franchise, you're trying to build a fan base, and what better way to do that than by playing winning hockey? I remember when they went on that 7-game road trip and swept all 7 games and made some kind of NHL history doing that. But this really was a special season for the Kraken.
It was, and it was fun to watch. I mean, it was difficult when you have a team coming in the first year like they did, and there was so much hype, and all the people in Seattle were so excited to watch, and the product just wasn't there. So to have a turnaround like this in such a short period of time where now the product is there, and this was an exciting team to watch. I think they led the league in 5-on-5 goals, getting contributions from everyone. It seemed like a really tight-knit group, which I think when you're getting contributions from everyone, that's what happens, is everybody becomes very, very close because everybody's needed to have success. You see these numbers, the amount of guys on there with a lot of goals is incredibly impressive. And then to go into the playoffs and beat Colorado. I mean, everybody thought whoever fell into that spot was game over. Right. And I mean, an incredible effort by these guys to beat Colorado and then almost take down Dallas too. I mean, this is a very, very good hockey team. This is not a Cinderella story, not going to happen next year. This was an incredible hockey team and an incredible story to go from what they did in their first season to getting those rabid fans in Seattle to get to see some real hockey. Well,
and that's my question now going forward. Do you think it's sustainable for them to have a similar season again this year? Because to me, it seems like, you're not relying on one guy to have another 40-goal season. Like if McCann does, again, great. But I think there were so many players contributing and there was such balance that it's not a far cry to think that they could do exactly the same thing next year.
Absolutely. Well, and they essentially kept their group together. I mean, give or take a couple guys. They have the main group together that went through all this and went through all this learning together. So there's no reason to think that anything's going to change that way. And their power play was not very good. It was not very good in the regular season. It was even worse in the playoffs. But that's not a personnel thing. Obviously, if you have all these guys that can put pucks in 5-on-5, which is a lot more difficult than on the power play, then you have no reason not to be able to score on the power play. So I don't know what it is if they just throw it away and start over, but they certainly have the personnel to do it. If they can continue that 5-on-5 scoring and add a little bit of power play, it doesn't have to be the best in the league, but add a little bit, they're going to be even better than they were last year. Yeah, well, Philipp Grubauer certainly led the way for them into the playoffs, especially, and it was kind of a tandem approach with him and Marty Jones, but now with Jones out of Seattle, it's Grubauer's net to lose. Do you think that he might even take another step forward next year? I think so. I mean, it's always difficult when you go to a new team, and it wasn't just a new team, it was an expansion team, and he's coming off of obviously Colorado's best team in the league that he's playing on at the time, so it's a change, and sometimes it's an adjustment, sometimes it happens quick, sometimes it doesn't, but skill-wise, Grubauer's got everything you need, and he showed that this year, and Marty Jones did a great job when Grubauer was injured, coming in and just being that solid backup that they need, and he's gone now, and they got Joey Daccord now. Tell us about him. So I had in my less than valiant attempt to come back and play in the Spengler Cup, I played with Joey in Charlotte. Charlotte was sharing with Florida with their team, and he was down in Charlotte, and extremely skilled player. He's phenomenal at handling the puck. He's passionate. He's very confident, but he's a really, really good goalie. And I remember talking to him, and he was kind of asking me, like, I'm getting frustrated. I feel like I come up and I play okay, and then I'm back down, and I'm up and I'm down, and I'm up and I'm down. Like, what, how do you stay level-headed and get your chance? And I just told him that you don't know when your chance is coming, especially as a goalie. It's extremely difficult to break in because there's only 2 spots, and they don't necessarily want a young prospect in that backup position because you don't play. So I just told him, you don't know when it is. You got to wait, and guess what? It might be right now. And I don't know what Ron Francis is planning on doing, if he's going to go look for someone else, but certainly from what I saw from Daccord, he's certainly ready to give it a really good shot, and that would be a good tandem to have there. But like I said to him, this is your opportunity, but you got to take it. Yeah. Because it might be quick.
Yeah, but that's great advice, and that's super exciting. So hockey fans, especially Kraken fans out there, remember the name Joey Daccord. We might be talking about him come Christmas time or something, saying, look at this, bring back the tape of Doobie in July, saying this is a guy to watch out for.